During the 2002 general elections in Kenya, the opposition National Rainbow Coalition adopted Gidi Gidi Majimaji song and Bogebo as their theme song. Arts critics, analysts and academics argue that this song played a major role in marketing NAC. Later, music was widely used to manage the 2008 post-election crisis, where some 1,500 people were killed in riots as they protested the rigged elections. In the 2006 presidential campaigns, Uganda's National Resistance Movement used artists to reach to larger audiences. Shortly after he set up the Burna Boys Band to perform pro-third-term songs for President Museveni, Tabana Amin, a former rebel in eastern DR Congo and a son to former President Idi Amin, was probably the first to get a share of NRM's 1 billion shillings to artists. Artists like Bebe Cool composed songs praising President Museveni, while others like Message Semakula and the couple of Sophie and Sam Gombia promoted opposition politicians. The role of popular culture in contemporary African politics had been rediscovered. Initially, Uganda had no clear record of politics mixing well with music, dance or fine art.
Now in 1967, because of what happened to Buganda Kingdom and the Ugandan king, King Edward Mutesa II, had never happened before in Uganda, and it was a shock. So also the writers, because the writers are actually reflectors of society. In a drama we say that drama or theater is a mirror of life. So they mirrored that shock in the kind of praise they put up.
In Kenya, I will marry when I want. It's a social satire. It's attacking the government that was in Kenya. It was stopped by government. Like the stop riots in Kampala, it was stopped, the performance cancelled fully. In Uganda, Byron Kawadwa was picked from the stage because of his performance. That's the only problem. But they do change, they do influence. We artists do talk to people.
In the 1960s, the colonialists suppressed the arts because they thought African natives would use them to echo defiance to a wider audience and also exert political pressure on the rulers.
The Native Arts Act, the Buganda Arts Act, and so on.
All of them intended to suppress the arts.
Suppress the indigenous art forms, especially the performance art forms.
Songs and drama ridiculing past regimes were acceptable, but many composers of such works later ended up in exile or hiding from public life. In 1972, Dan Mugula composed and performed Taliyo, a song that ridiculed then-President Milton Obote for sending Buganda King Okabaka Mutesa Walugembe to exile and allegedly killing him there. Mugula immediately went into hiding when Obote returned in 1980. Due to economic hardships, and yet the NRM government argues people to make money, some artists organized themselves and performed with their focus on the themes of love, domestic violence and women's rights.
We've been here for a long time, and we have seen people like Veronica Wadwa was killed because he had a play which he took to Nigeria. That's why I said this sort of, composing political things, sometimes you might be, it is risky actually.
It was only in the 1990s when Alex Mukulu performed 30 Years of Bananas, when other artists realized that they could criticize government and get away with it.
His Excellency the President went to the National Theatre and watched it. And the President was depicted as a leader who still had his ears. All the past leaders had no ears. And in the play, they were asking about this one with the ears. And Alex Mukulu was saying he's still going through his exams. After the exams, I will see whether he has ears or not.
Due to the growing relationship between the arts and politics, it is now normal for comedians to mimic the president. Other artists work closely with opposition politicians, and some political parties appear to have hijacked some songs. Democratic Party President Norbert Mao does not address a rally before the Stamina tune by Eddie Kenzo is played.
I look forward to seeing my good friend Norbert Mao singing and dancing. I happen to like singing and dancing, especially with my aunts and my nieces and my nephews and my mothers.
Experts in the arts industry and some political actors think it is dangerous for artists to involve themselves in situations that could end up leading them into sharp contradictions.
It should be something which is not contrived. That's a key thing, not contrived, not staged, you know, not arranged and bought for money. It's a wonderful thing when you see an artist who is committed, who is engaged, he believes in fighting corruption and composes a song to fight corruption.
The Amelia song done by Hilary KIYAGA, also known as Dr. HILDERMAN, has been an eye-opener. The allegoric composition has widely sold aspiring Mawokota MP Amelia Chambadde.
You know, this song I did has inspired many artists, has inspired many groups, has, you know, changed the art industry when it comes to politics.
Some people are supporting NRM, others are supporting, you know, we have different parties. So that's why I said if a leader of the party wants me to compose a song, it must be a good deal.
Because we are just pandering to the politicians' tunes. The other time we are pandering to the tunes of the market, the audience tastes. But now we are going with the politician. So who will come next and where will we go?
Other politicians have also commissioned the artists to compose songs to use in their campaigns. Charles James Senkubuge, renowned for his political dramatic compositions, has avoided taking sides by staging a play that his audience will use as a checklist for the current and past governments. It is not clear how much money major political parties intend to invest in artists ahead of the upcoming campaigns, but groups like Kajet Productions are now staging performances promoting the NRM party. During the 2008 US presidential campaigns, many unsolicited songs were performed to seek support for Democrat Barack Obama and his major opponent, Republican John McCain. The songs quickly made an impact and did well in sales. However, in Uganda, such productions are not popular in the arts market because they are perceived as partisan and contradictory. Frank WALUSIMBI, NTV.